Earth scientists have divided volcanoes into 4 groups. Shield volcanoes, such as Mauna Loa and Kilauea, have broad, gentle slopes, shaped like an ancient warrior's shield. Cinder cone volcanoes look like piles of dry sand poured through an opening. They erupt explosively, blowing out red-hot ash and cinders. The ash and cinders build up to form the cone shape. A cinder cone on Pacaya volcano in Guatemala, Central America, above, foreground, has had frequent eruptions. Most of the volcanoes in the world are composite or stratovolcanoes. Stratovolcanoes are formed by the lava, cinders, and ash from many eruptions. An eruption can be initially explosive when ash and cinders fall to the ground. Later, the eruption becomes less violent and lava slowly flows out, covering the layer of ash and cinders. Further eruptions add more layers of ash and cinders, followed by more layers of lava. Mount Shasta, above, in California, and Mount Hood, below, in Oregon, are stratovolcanoes. They are still active, even though they have not erupted for many years. A 4th kind of volcano is called a dome volcano. Dome volcanoes have thick, slow-moving lava that forms a steep-sided dome shape. After an eruption, the volcano may be plugged with hardened lava. The plug prevents the gases from escaping, like a cork in a bottle of soda water. As the pressure builds up, the volcano eventually explodes, as Mount St. Helens did. Lassen Peak in California is a dome volcano that erupted violently in 1915. You can see the huge chunks of volcanic dome rock near the summit. Around the world, there are many very old volcanoes that no longer erupt. Some of these volcanoes are dead and will not erupt again. These are called extinct. Others can be inactive for as long as 50,000 years and then reawaken. These are called dormant. Crater Lake Volcano in Oregon is currently considered dormant, but it is likely to erupt again. Almost 7,000 years ago, its predecessor, Mount Mazama, erupted and covered the ground for thousands of miles around in a blanket of pumice and ash. Toward the end of the eruption, the entire top of the volcano collapsed inward. A huge crater, called a caldera, formed and was later filled with water. Crater Lake reaches a depth of 2,000 feet, the deepest lake in North America. After a volcano erupts, everything is buried under lava or ash. Plants and animals are nowhere to be found. But in a few short months, life renews itself. Plants grow in the cracks between the rocks. Insects and other animals return. Volcanoes do not just destroy. They bring new mountains, new islands, and new soil to the land. Many good things can come from the fiery explosions of volcanoes.